I'm such a dork. I've been sitting here just looking at my sweater. This is the very first sweater that I ever made. I made it a couple months ago, but I hadn't weaved in all the ends or anything until just now. So this is the first time I've ever put it on, so I was so excited about it. I feel so dorky just because I was like, oh, I made this with my own two hands. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. I bet you it's gonna be too hot and I'm gonna feel like I'm dying like halfway through this video, but I don't care. It's fine. I'm just excited, okay? I can't help it. Well, hi. My name is May, and this is The Witcher 3 Part 11. So we did have a successful ambush, and we got Dandelion out. So he has told us what happened to him and Ciri at the compound, so we went back and saw a little bit of Ciri's side. We also helped Vess and Roach fight against the Black Ones at a nearby village. Essentially, Vess wanted to help these villagers because she knew there was an impending attack, and Roach was not having it. He was like, we should stay out of these things, it's war, things happen. But Vess did not listen, and by the time Geralt and Roach had got there, she had already started fighting. So we had to intervene, and we left one guy alone so we can show Amir how merciful we are, let's say. Triss and Geralt also went to the Vegelbud's house for, I guess mansion is more like it, for a masquerade party where they had to help the son of the manor escape because he has been doing some alchemy, and that is not cool to the witch hunters. So we had a kind of almost endearing moment with Triss and Geralt. I did not kiss her, so she took note of that. It was definitely like a Triss noticed that. So we will see what happens with them when she leaves. Lastly, we also explored Philippa's secret hideout. Radovid had sent us there because he wanted us to get the deets. And we fought a fire elemental as well as we found some crazy crystal thing. We did lie to Radovid and tell him that we did not find a crystal. I don't know if that was the right move. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to show it to either Triss or Yen, but I don't really remember, so we're gonna hold on to it for now. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm ready to go. I hope you're excited. That's not how I do my thing. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's go. Okay, so I cheated just a little bit, but I promise you there's a good reason. So I realized that if I don't tell Radovid, that's when I can show the sorceresses. I guess I was confused. Like I read through this again, and it was like, do you give it to Radovid or do you give it to the sorceress? I thought if I lied to Radovid, I could just go and tell either Triss or Yen, but apparently that completely ends the quest and that screws everything over. So I'm actually not going to tell him. So I went back a save. I'm so sorry. But I honestly think whatever happens with the crystal, I think adds a lot. I don't really remember, but it just gives more information, especially people who have never seen The Witcher. I just think it's worth showing. So, you know, it's fine by me. If it's not fine by you, then I don't know, go away. Actually, we could go show Triss right now, I guess. For this, we have to help everybody escape, so we could do that now. And then we could do Dandelion after. Does that sound good? Let's do that. Oh my god, Triss is so far. Where the heck is she? Oh, right, we're in Oxenford. Ah, yes. Okay, let's go do that.
You do know there are witch hunters in the city?
Are you saying that out of concern for me? That's really nice. Thank you. I do know, but thanks for saying that. Usually people spit on me, so, you know, it's nice to hear some concern. Why is this so slow? I think I have too much energy today. Last time I had too much energy, this was like months ago because I'm usually so low energy. Someone was like, you should probably chill out a little bit. And I was like, oh, apparently I can be too much sometimes. I guess because you guys, like most people follow me because I'm so chill. So if I have the odd day where I'm like a little bit crazy, it's like, so it can be off-putting probably. But sorry, I'm in a good mood and I've been really, like, I've just been tired recently and I feel good that I'm happy that I'm not right now, so.
Guardsmen outside Triss's house. Not good.
Oh.
He lied when I cut off his first
Double
finger.
chase.
They all grow very honest after I take his second. The ginger bitch hides behind her witchcraft. But we'll find her. Matter of time.
You guys must feel really stupid right now. Oh. Has this place been raided?
But I paid in advance, the entire month.
Oh,
You did,
no, I don't think it
but you
has.
paid the old price. The risks are greater now, and so should the rewards be.
I'm out of coin.
But you got something else, dear.
Give us a necklace and get out of here.
Hands off or I'll cut them off.
Geralt, you don't need to.
I wanna. Grab your things and let's go.
Get out! Now!
Does she
When
like
I
that?
need your help,
Okay,
I'll ask for
she
it.
doesn't.
What? Are you angry?
Angry? No. But they deserved the necklace. They risked a lot just by sheltering me.
I knew she wasn't gonna like... I knew she wasn't gonna like that I did that, but I couldn't help it.
They took a risk, sure, for a hefty fee.
Yes. The thing is, they could have taken the coin and turned me over to the hunters, but they didn't, which was extremely honorable by Novigrad standards.
Please don't make excuses for them.
Geralt, we could debate morals or any number of other topics, but I don't have time for that now. You saw what's happening in the city.
Well, maybe you should dye your hair, or just change your appearance. Ew, I'm not saying that. She'd hate me for that.
How can I help?
Everything's falling apart. I don't know where to start. I should get all the mages to the docks as soon as possible. Get them on board this ship. But Bertold and Anise have yet to show up at the meeting point.
Bertold and Denise. Who are they?
A young couple. He's an alchemist. Had a practice in Gildorf. She studied at Aretuza. I'm worried the people who hit them might have turned them in. See? My hosts weren't all bad.
Won't be easy getting to the port. Lots of guardsmen in the streets.
So we won't take the streets. In case of trouble, we were all to meet at the Kingfisher. There's a passage into the sewers from the cellar, and apparently those can get you all the way to the docks.
I know the Novigrad sewers. Won't run into any hunters there, but that doesn't mean it'll be safe.
Yeah, but they're all
That's why I'm
mages.
asking you. I need you to find the way to the docks, clear the path for the others, and do it quickly. The hunters could figure out our plan any minute.
Alright.
Now you understand my predicament?
Help two and put all the others at risk. Or go straight to the Kingfisher, abandon the two to certain death.
What do I do, Geralt?
I mean, she wouldn't.
We should
She's
help
not the type
Denise
of
and
person to
Bertold.
abandon
To write them off
anyone.
like that, it'd be cruel.
Fine. But then we need to go now. Clock's ticking.
Lead the way.
Like, Triss is like a no man left behind type person. It's just not her style. She'd be full of regret if she didn't. Geralt knows what to do. Yeah, there she is. What? Oh, there you are. Oh, nice.
Never fight a witcher.
Thanks for the quips. Where are you? He's all the way over here? Come back here. There you are. Were you loading your crossbow?
Geralt, over here!
This is why you can't... What?
Where's this hideout?
Not far. In the bits. Now,
You can't do
quiet,
crossbow
Geralt.
for close
We'd
combat,
rather
okay?
not draw any attention to ourselves.
We just did. Oh, wasn't that the Puffin's place? I didn't even realize they were in the same area.
Really nice. You must make more as a mama than you do.
We can't let them see us.
Oh. Geralt doesn't crouch. That's just not his thing. Hello,
Oh, it's
drunk?
everywhere. I see it all around.
Yeah, it's called the Night. You dip. Oh, No, go away. You're gonna blow our cover. Stupid cat.
This is them, just as I said. Crown and sorcerer in his hall. She's into the witchcraft too.
Good work. Checkin.
No, I beg you. We've done nothing wrong.
Right. Hear that several
Let's
times
slowly
a
walk
day.
up, just for dramatic
What
effect.
about my reward?
Reward? Oh,
Triss, come on.
right. Gotta go to Marigold. The Witcher.
Land on 2 fires. Now we'll have
You all right? Can you walk?
Yes.
Nice
I'll not
hat.
leave here. I'm no fool.
Bertold.
Have you seen what's happening out there? They'll catch us
You're
before
not
we can
safe
reach the
here,
port.
though, you
catch us and kill us.
Dummy.
I can't guarantee you'll be safe if you come with us, but if you stay here, you will definitely die.
He's right.
We'll hide somewhere. Wait it out.
Darling, I beg you.
Shut up! I told you last winter we should leave, but no, that didn't suit you. Well, here's your comeuppance.
Wow, what a freaking asshole.
We're going now.
Going.
Thanks. We need to join the
Jeez.
others
I mean,
as soon as possible.
I'd be annoyed too if I said we should have escaped a lot earlier and no one listened to me. But like, to say it's her comeuppance? Like, come on. Dude, this is not the time. I'm starting to regret saving this dude. Oh. Hurry up! Let's go!
Stop. Hear it?
You're what?
There, 2 more. Grab them.
Have you checked the sewers beneath the Kingfisher?
No. Didn't think we'd have to take that route. To think a year ago, guardsmen bowed to mages they passed in the street. Now we have to flee the city like rats.
You could stay. You'd manage it somehow.
The others will never make it without me.
I mean, it's true. She's got a lot of connections.
Draw it out more.
Are they even behind us? Oh my god. They're not here. Are they meeting us there?
your hair lately. I met you, mate. Back there at Lockwood.
Oh, hey. That was an interesting thing. So, do you want to talk about us, Triss? Because I gotta let you down. It'll be my first time letting you down. I'm not sure how I'm gonna take it.
No guardsmen or hunters in sight. Everything seems in order.
Or we're too late. Damn it. They're here already.
Hey.
No, you fucking
Oh, I ran oh my god. I ran so fast to him that I just love to light people on fire. Don't call me a degenerate. Also, Geralt, this is not the time. God damn. Oh, there they are.
Damn it. We took too long.
Too long? We set out to rescue 2 people.
Yes. And lost one.
Well.
Good thing we got here before they found the hatch, grabbed the others.
This is not about numbers, Geralt.
Okay. Sorry.
This is no
I
time
can't
to
say
mourn.
anything right
Come
to her.
with me.
Let me just loot real quick. I definitely need that. Oh, sorry guys. I had to do a little jump
This
there.
way, Geralt.
Seriously, I think I've pissed Triss off with every single thing I've picked.
Triss, what happened upstairs? Is everything all right?
No. Everything's not all right. Geralt, wait a minute. I need to see who made it.
Why the tears, my dear lady? You shouldn't worry yourself. It tarnishes your beauty.
Guess you must have worried quite a bit.
No, I was born ugly.
You fleeing to Caberet too?
No, but I am helping the others set off. You know me, bleeding heart.
It only start bleeding now? They've been burning mages for months around here.
But only since recently on this scale. Besides, I look forward to having friends in Caberet, especially among King Tancred's entourage.
Triss is about to speak.
We'll talk later.
Dijkstra always gets like
We've
really
waited
weird
long to
shadows
escape.
in his eyes.
Till we
It
could
looks
make
super
sure
off-putting because he
Caberet
looks like a
would take
demon
us.
sometimes.
Till we could acquire enough coin to hire a ship. Till we could find a captain we could trust. We've waited too long. There's no more time for hesitation. We must leave Novigrad today.
This music
This
is so
madness.
freaking loud.
Hunters stand on every corner. So we'll get to the port through the sewers. Geralt will clear a safe path for us.
They'll catch us anyway. You'll see. They'll catch us and kill us.
Perhaps. In which case we'll die with dignity. Weapons in hand. Not tied to a stake, begging for mercy.
If the need arises, I'll defend you.
You can also count on my help.
Yes. The help of a Redanian spy. Radovic's right-hand man.
That was long ago, sir.
You raised that madman. You taught him to kill. You...
This is no time to settle past scores.
I don't like this dude.
End of discussion.
We're just gonna leave you here then, if you're gonna complain this much.
I'm gonna enter the sewers now. I'll signal when the path's clear. You follow my trail, and don't stray from it, no matter what.
I will go with Geralt. You, Dijkstra, go to the port and see that everything's in order with the ship.
On my way.
We'll meet there. I hope.
Triss, really want to go with me? No offense, but
Offense taken. Stop talking and lead the way.
I
I
swear.
feel like the music is super loud compared to everybody else, which doesn't make any sense because I have it, yeah, I have it lower. I don't know, go just a little bit more. Actually, let's go to 75. I feel like it was drowning them out.
If I can only bloody get out alive.
Good
luck.
Oh,
You've got Radovid and the church against you.
there you
They
go.
want
She's
to
doing her thing.
us along with it.
So what? A whole bunch of drowners, probably.
Thanks for helping.
no need to thank me. Really.
No, there is. You don't know how much it means. To have someone you can rely on in this fucking city.
It's all right. It'll be over soon.
Soon.
Oh, come on, you can't finish him off? There we go. Geralt, stop putting your sword away so often. It's so annoying. She's angry. It's good. That'll help. Which way are we going? This way? Oh, we have to, like, look around. Oh, oh yeah. Nope, this one.
A library?
Oh, cool.
Gonzalo de Verseo's poems. Jacob of Varaz's chronicles. It's incredible. Rare, first editions only.
We'll come back for them later.
No, we won't. I leave Novigrad today, remember?
I remember. Just having a hard time coming to grips with it.
Come on. We should hurry.
This is definitely no place to... You're saying we should hurry and you're looking at books. This is definitely no place to keep books because it's probably really damp and grody down here.
Triss, found an exit.
Oh my god, you did a big leap. What are you guys doing over in the corner there? Little huddle. Ah! Ah! If only I knew how to block. The joke is that I do know how to block, I just never remember how to. But it comes to me every once in a while.
Stop. Hear that? What is
Rats.
Rats.
Oh, my speciality, remember? We've got nothing to fear.
Yeah, she's
Depends how many there are.
very different than Kira. Oh god. Find a way to cross the rats' feeding grounds. So we actually have to go down and around. Like, will they attack me? I don't know why I have to go back to her. I don't know why. Triss, what's the hold up here? She's stuck. She's stuck in the library. Oh, she is. Come on, let's go. No, she was just standing there. Waiting for me. Oh my god, now she's on my butt. Okay, you figure something out, because I don't know.
Damn it, that's a lot.
Wait, can I just burn them? Oh, oh god.
No wonder there are so many rats.
Who's tossing all these corpses down here?
We're right under the main square, next to Carl Baress's headquarters.
They're so evil.
Can't be a coincidence.
Oh my god, they're leaping.
Disappear without a
It's
trace.
so hard to hit them.
Everything all right?
A few bites on my feet and calves. Nothing really.
You need
Oh,
to
we've
clean
got
your
money.
wounds. Infection will set in otherwise.
Later, Geralt. Let's find a way to the port.
She can do that on the
first.
ship, Geralt. Oh, flowers. I'll give those to her. They're like all falling apart. Like, this is for our love. Dead, just like it. That was harsh. That would be really mean. Okay, well, what's down over here? We're supposed to go down that way? Here I was thinking that this was just a little room for goodies. Oh. Oh god, she keeps pushing. These are scary. It would be so easy to get lost in here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Do you have any knock-knock jokes? Any stories to tell me?
It's a cat.
Oh,
A vampire. Watch out for its venom.
cool. Ah! Oh my god, he's got big claws. Don't poison me. I am lightly poisoned. Look how cool he is. I thought they were- what's a Kikimora? Oh god.
It was always this exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily.
Steady source of income. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you're not thinking of the big picture here. More monsters, more jobs I get. Is she actually coming this time? Nope, she stopped. Triss. Come on. I should just put her on a leash. Drag her with me. She's just gonna get lost.
Hear them? We made it.
Yeah. Woo!
Finally. You bloody took long enough.
Did you have time to look around? How's the ship?
Creaky piece of junk. Wood's rotting. Sails are prone to rip like an old pair of knickers. And
Will we make it to Caberet?
provided you don't run into any storms.
Which
I'll
is
signal the others to come.
sketchy. How far is it? I don't think they ever said.
Any help? Can I play the violin for you? Fetch some flowers or bonbons?
Oh, I got flowers, don't worry. I feel like he's gonna have a smartass comeback to regardless what I say.
Don't meddle in other people's lives.
Sorry, I must. It's my profession. So, will you ask her to stay?
Why do you even care?
I adore love stories. Especially the ones that end happily ever after.
Hunters! Hunters approaching!
Board the ship. We want them alive.
Well, you won't be alive, not for long. Oh, oh, whoa. I wish I could roll as aggressively as Geralt. It's super impressive.
Quick.
Who are these randoms? Oh, it's Dijkstra's men.
Dijkstra, I don't know how to...
No time for courtesies, my dear. Get on board.
One last farewell. Thank you. I'll never forget what you did for me. And what we had together.
I'll remember you too. Always with a smile.
Miss Marigold!
Coming! Take care, and give Ciri a kiss from me once you find her.
Yeah, don't kiss me. Oh, whew. Oh, that could have been awkward. You'll be okay. Look, he looks so disappointed in me. There she goes. Our fiery
You're an ass.
redhead. Oh,
What?
An ass. An oaf. A twit. Didn't even try to stop her.
I had my reasons.
Course you did. You're an ass, an oaf, a twit. But even an ass can do the world a favour if one more enlightened tells him how.
Dijkstra, what are you plotting this time?
What would you say? How many mages did we save altogether?
like
Dunno.
50?
Didn't count.
Oh, okay, 30.
30, maybe, give or take a few.
And how many would you say remain in the north? How many alchemists, healers, herbalists? 2,000? 3?
Doing a population count? Is that it?
No, I'm concerned. In Novigrad they had us. We were here. But who'll save those in Rimba? Banard, Ardcaraig, Gullet? You know damn well that daft bastard Radovid won't rest till he's killed them all. Every last one. Yennefer and Triss included.
Moving as speeches go. Now get to the point. Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to help me kill Radovid.
Ah!
You that concerned about the mages of the world? Expect me to believe that?
Actually, yes. But not because I'm sensitive or it gives me a heartache, true. To my mind, this systemic persecution is foremost a symptom of a far more serious problem. A madman rules Redania. I served Vizimir, Radovid's father, was his head of intelligence for more than 2 decades. Together, we transformed Redania, made it the North's most powerful realm. Any idea what made it strong?
It's armies, I'd wager.
And you'd bloody lose, you idiot. Mass mobilization, inciting peasants to take up their scythes, straighten them. Where's the art in that? Much harder to build a strong state with healthy commerce, manufacturing, solid alliances, progressive science, and fair, independent courts that hand down just judgments. Vizimir and I managed to do just that, through years of fucking hard work. I will not sit on my hands as that little shit squanders that. Radovid the stern, my ass. Radovid the
He's
witless,
very
I'd
passionate,
say.
and he makes very good points.
Will you help me, Geralt?
Oh, I
You
already.
that
Oh my
concerned
god,
about the
no.
To my mind,
Oops, oops,
I
oops,
should-
oops,
It's
oops,
army.
oops, oops.
and Vizimir...
Sorry.
I don't kill kings. Just not a regicide. Rumors to the contrary be damned.
I know. I'm merely asking for your aid in organizing the assassination. Someone else will strike the blow.
Dijkstra, Might not have heard this, though I'd find that hard to believe. But witchers are neutral on principle, so...
Oh, bollocks. That's
Yeah.
a convenient
Geralt's not
excuse
very
you lot
neutral
try to
about a
hide
lot of
behind every
things.
time the temperature rises. It's grown hot, my friend, and it grows hotter still. Pyres burn in every city. For mages great and small, your female friends included. For non-humans, for witchers soon. Is that the North you espouse? The North you're prepared to live in? Silence. Cards close to your chest, I understand. To slay a king, it's not exactly some bloody necker contract. You think on this. Think on what I said. And if you conclude you'd rather change the course of history instead of riding its current to hell, you come find me. At the Passiflora in the Garret. I'll be waiting with my mates.
I'll think about it.
So long, Geralt.
I realized Geralt knows so many places. Like, you could just say, at the
It's clearing
Garret.
up.
And he's like, oh yeah, I know that. And marks it on the map. Like, how do you remember so many different places? So many. Like, at least Hangman's Tree is pretty, like, it's a pretty obvious place, you know? Let's go see Dandelion next. We're not too far off from level 16, so, that's good. So we'll meet Dandelion. Do you want to know something funny? Funny, but not funny. I didn't do this right away. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it later, I'm gonna do it later. And then I finished the whole game and forgot, and then Radovid lives, and it's not like the bad ending, but it's not amazing. So like at the end where you get kind of like, you get like an overall view of what the world is like now after the game. And they were like, oh, Radovid continues burning mages. And I'm like, oh shit. I like completely forgot to do this part. So I'm excited because I've never done it. So I have no idea what entails. But we will do that. We'll do that after. So let's go see Dandelion first. Can I loot these bad boys? Oh yeah, it's just right in front of me here. I do also eventually want to get some nicer armor. I've been looking at the... what is it? The bear? Is it Ursine? Ursine. I don't know. Bear armor or the armor from the show is just like really cool to look at. I don't think it's the best, but it looks really cool. So I'm also considering going for that. So I'll have to do that eventually because I'm still a little underleveled for those like nice armors. I think like around 20 is like, or it may be past 15. Oh, what is this?
Help some fellas out, master. We're a bit of coin short another round.
'Cause we're comrades, see? Witcher, ain't you? We're butchers. You slaughter, we slaughter.
Except witchers earn more. Old villagers pitch in. Lords out with their purses. Ladies do like with their legs.
Guess I've been to the wrong villages. Dealt with the wrong lords and ladies.
Come on, don't make us beg. What's the witcher for, anyways? It's to help men in need.
Yeah, go home.
You boys look tired. Probably ought to go home now.
Well, how long we been drinking now?
2 days.
Oh
well
my
said, master.
god.
Home we will go.
Yeah, jeez. Oh hey, are you the one that's hiccuping?
With you. Not for all the gold in Novigrad. Quite smart.
That's so mean. How could she say that about me? Jeez, that was so hurtful. What's up, Zoltan? Oh,
Zoltan.
is this for the card thing? Sorry.
Nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
Why are you just blocking the... Are you the... Is he the bouncer?
Is it truly what you want? To be a Bavarian cheap port and watered down wine?
As long as they pay.
I can't control what I inherit.
But you can control what you do with it.
I know, which is exactly why I'm considering...
Oh, You're always considering. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Fucking amazing.
Let me know when you find
On top of me.
Oh. Goodness gracious. Wow.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
Yeah, get a loan.
Maybe the Vivaldis would give you a loan. I'd vouch for you.
Funny you mention that. I went to see Vivaldi. Know what he said? Witchers are no good as guarantors. The risk of premature death is way too high.
Good point.
But I have another idea. I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it.
Yeah.
Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the
but did you
coin from
screw this
her.
girl over?
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
Well, I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago,
God.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know. No matter what you might
Trying to
think.
butter me up.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Arena. One of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Oh, God.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Arena. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
He's planning some theatrics.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Arena and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Old man Newman left biggest last time. What?
Are you the one that's been groaning this entire time? Get a grip, dude. Go home. Shouldn't you be working?
To
Like-
give, you got to have talent.
Are you off shift? Oh, she's cute. Look at her. She's a little grumpy.
You always wear tight trousers.
I do. Keeps everything in place. Hey! Doo-doo! Oh, it's not Doo-doo. You look just like him.
How are things, dude?
Oh, it is Doo-doo.
So, I suppose.
Is that his other name?
Might have been days in the past when I'd have said, wonderful. But I can't complain. I'm in one piece. Not bound to a stake atop a pyre.
Yeah, but you could be, though. Yeah.
Ever considered leaving? Forgetting Novigrad altogether?
What for?
Should have gone with Triss.
Pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door. Not that the future's looking rosy.
But you don't have to be human. Maybe you could try something else.
I've assumed
With
many
those hairy
forms
hands.
over the years, and in spite of all, life as a human has proven most interesting. After all, you humans rule the world.
Gotta admit, your Menga? It's a brilliant impersonation.
Don't remind me. I'm rather disgusted.
Come on, he wasn't all out terrible.
You understand nothing.
Yes, he was.
A Doppler assumes more than a man's external appearance. I've learnt what a scoundrel had knocking about in his head. Once I became him, not an hour passed before I felt the urge to break a sorceress's fingers. After 2, I caught myself lusting to impale someone, and immediately after that, it hit me. The paranoid fear of a Doppler conspiracy.
Dudu, tell me. The halfling Biberveld goes from being a prosperous merchant to being a pauper. How?
Prefer the long version or the short?
Short, please.
Always short.
I was under the impression merchants grow fat on wars.
Some do, but I have a serious personality flaw. I'm honest.
I like his
could not
ears.
reap profits
They're
from the
cute.
suffering of others. I paid taxes. I never cooked my books. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but then a second fell prey to Skelligan raiders, rendering me insolvent. When inflation hit and interest rates rose, I, at long last, fell.
Sucks.
Take care of yourself, Dudu.
Oh, those
That's what you
bigots
get for
haven't
being
come to
honest.
strip me of this mask.
Alright, let's go see Madame
What's
Arena.
he schemed up this time?
Something stupid. Hey, Arena. Sup, girl? How you been?
Ah, so good to see you.
Oh, thank you.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voilà.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
What did she mean by that? Aim to compete with her? Why did that completely go over my head? Maybe Editor May will know.
We're already dependent on the partners, economically.
So much running around, I just want to fast travel everywhere. That's all I care about. Oh my god, why is there so many people around? There's millions of people. After dusk. Okay, let's meditate. Ooh, we have so much time. Is this dusk? After dusk. Good enough, I think. There we go.
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that
Dandelion,
long.
you're a scoundrel.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I look nothing like a
Never
bandit.
called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
God.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save
There's so many
me!
people around.
Tremble, Flaxen-Haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and
Oh my
last
god,
warning.
that mask.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
On guard. Why is this man right in the way?
Too late to surrender.
I've been hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly!
He shan't get us there.
Oops, should I have not?
Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards.
He's pissed at me.
Would he?
Sorry, I kind of forgot I was supposed to be bad. He's gonna be mad at me. Well, what can you do? Geralt can't just turn off his skill. It's
Capital
impossible.
of the world, they call it. But what's it matter in super
Sorry, it was like complete instinct. I literally didn't even think about how I should have let him hit me. It's fine, it worked anyway. You could tell she was already like absolutely enthralled, so I'm not too upset. I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything and there's no enemies around. Something's gone afoot. Something's gone afoot. I mixed something's gone amok with something's afoot. Oh my god. This was not here when I started meditating. God damn.
Don't know what the fucking problem is.
He's already started construction, it looks like.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today.
Oh,
So
okay.
we come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
I'll make the decision.
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice
Boudoir
as
is
soon as
probably
we
cooler.
arrive. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him long. Say something.
I go towards boudoir anyway.
Boudoir seems like a better fit for Caberet. Just don't go overboard on stuffed upholstery.
I don't know if you'd like that though.
Choice it is. At last.
I wish you could see both.
You're done lollygagging. Get to work.
He seemed very pleased with himself.
Well, well. Guess this Cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Well, he's
Who
duping
knows?
a woman, so...
Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
That's super not true.
You talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible.
He
always pays
can.
anyone who works
He's
for a long
capable.
time.
Doesn't
And
mean he
he's
does
never
it
missed a
often.
performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Alright, let's go see.
What will become of it?
Oh, there he is.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me.
Well, you have a
Hold on.
reputation.
What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've got to help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
What a line.
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being
Yeah,
Priscilla.
I was gonna say.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter and start looking.
You know what I think I don't like about his outfit? I don't like that necklace.
Fine. Let's find the key.
I feel like, or the collar, or whatever you would say. I feel like the gold just doesn't look good
Find anything?
with the rest of the outfit, you know? It's just my
Not
my
here.
2 cents here. I already criticized Triss a lot, so I guess I'll take all that, thanks. No, I'll take that too.
Not here.
Not under the fake rock. There it is.
The key.
I am Geralt. Wow, he was really looking. Let us in.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
Okay, maybe listen for 2 seconds.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very.
Old?
From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place.
I mean,
in
he
my
literally
capital.
has people
My
there
very
right now
reputation
wearing
precludes it.
little to no clothes.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And
That'll
fame.
make you listen.
No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose. In that case...
I mean, there'd be lots of coin in the brothel too.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Cool.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you.
It's got a very pink nose.
Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
It's true.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlex. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
It would take a long time for people to not, to adjust to not thinking of it as a brothel. I feel like people always show up to old stores and they're like, what is this? Everything's different. I used to have that happen when I worked at restaurants. People would come in and be like, this was this years ago. I'm like, yeah, well, that was 4 years ago. This is a different restaurant now.
Who's Rotlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
And he's keeping the same name too, which is just even
Rotlick.
more confusing.
You head
It's a
back
good
to the
name.
Rosemary.
But
Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
That's it? That's the only information I get is Portside? He could be anywhere. I mean, obviously I know this because I have a map, but Geralt doesn't. This is Witcher senses. He can just look at someone and know exactly who it is. Oh, that's a bandit. Uh-oh. Wow, he's really close to that painting.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
You're not gonna rob him.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get it,
Fred. Fred is not a name I would have thought.
Pathetic.
Ah! Oh god. Oh god.
You regret this, mutant.
I cannot block in time, I swear. I block and then the other one hits me. I'm getting my butt beat. Oh my god. So I think it's absolute bullshit that you can't heal. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm not gonna die. Wow, I could easily still die. I was blocking!
Don't know how much Rotlick owes you, but everything in this house is mine.
Girl,
Wanna
just
get
cut their
something
heads
back?
off.
Try the Vagelbud estate. Rotlick's losing his last
Yeah, I was
crowns
just
at
there.
the races, I wager. Now get the hell out of here.
So it won't even let me go back in and try again. Dang. Alright, now we have to go really far. I want you guys to know that I did not just play this for 15 minutes with my mic turned off. I did not get a snack, turn off my mic, and then come back and forget to turn it back on. I would never do something like that. That's just, it's ridiculous. I can't even believe you'd suggest that. Alright, let's friggin' do this.
You a refugee from Valent?
Your harmony between jockey and steed. You'd think them a pair of old lovers.
Hello, Henry.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
I did see them.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament.
And they made me their little
Now,
bitch.
Count
It was
de Louveton
embarrassing.
has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'd to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louveton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louveton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
I have a suggestion. Do you imagine? I'm not gonna pay 200. I'm joking.
Let's do
Never.
this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You're that good a rider.
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
From a sorcerer's skull and a sorcerer's blood, of course.
Oh my god, why would a guy cross exactly when the race starts? This is easy peasy.
Faster.
You just gotta block them. It's actually pretty cheap. I don't know how they could have made it better. More space? Yeah, I guess so. Meow. Oh god. That was too crazy. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we are. I definitely didn't already do this. And I did just as well.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Oh my god.
Jeez. What about the trade?
Okay, let's go back. There's so many people talking. Oh my god. Oh. There we go. Let's go see Dandy.
She cast no spells. On my honor.
An elf's honor worth less than a man's shit.
That's horrific.
Yes?
It's chamomile and goatweed. She brewed teas for stomach pain.
Aha! So she did make potions. Druve, make a note. Her father testified.
Oh my god.
Are you mad?
I want to kill these mofos. Ugh.
No lollygagging.
I'm not gonna lollygag.
Happiness will come today.
Where are you scurrying to, Rich? Let's see your pass.
Scurrying.
Pass. What pass?
Kind of pass confirms you ain't no mage. Can't enter or leave Novigrad without it.
Why have you shut the city gates?
So's we can clean it of mages, witches, and other scum that's crawled here since the war began. Aim to catch every last one of them, toss them on a flaming pyre like poxy livestock.
Sorry, don't have a pass.
You'll scurry no further then. Next!
Hang on. How do I get one?
Start by making an offering to the church.
Of course.
Then you'll need 3 pure souls to confirm.
Give us money first.
Here's his papers.
What? But we're...
Not your concern. Back to your post.
Yeah.
Regards from Siggy Reuven.
Oh, Dijkstra. He always comes in clutch right when I need him. Okay.
Oh. Grand opening tonight.
Crown in the evening. A performance by the illustrious duo, Master Dandelion and Priscilla.
Hooray!
And
I've told you, the piece is sad, melancholy. It needs a minor key.
But I wanted
to ruin everything. We're starting E-minor.
Oh my god.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work.
He's gonna hate it.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
I knew it. I should have known.
What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to
You can
promote
hear the little
Chameleon.
owl in the back.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary in Time wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better.
Oh, that's
for
a little
capital,
harsh.
Apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
See ya.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
mean, it
Seems
looks
my
really
cabaret
nice in
dreams are
here.
about to come true.
I guess it's just not
So,
colorful.
around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Okay.
Why not?
My good
That's
old
my
friend.
boy.
We'll give the owl some booze as
The
well.
foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And
Oh.
she say anything
I
about
thought
me?
he was gonna say, so who picked the decor? She said you're fat and you smell. Yeah. She was surprising.
Said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
Exactly.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
He has nothing to say about that. Just gotta
One
ponder on
thing's
that
eating
thought.
me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't?
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
Dandelion? The classic womanizer, I believe?
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Oh my god.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
I completely forgot about this part.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery.
Joachim.
Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week, a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt.
Yikes.
I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing.
Will do.
Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Sounds good to me.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well.
Little rude.
And I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do
on
you
the back of the neck.
A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Okay, if you insist.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Okay. Let's go now.
Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
Man, I can't get used to that name. Gets me every time.
You lead.
When I first heard it, I think I thought it was like a poor taste nickname. But no, it's not.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, he's got a crossbow.
Insolent fool!
What? This is why I never used block. See? Bunch of bullshit. Oh, nothing to loot. Okay, why did you put your sword away so fast? Oh my god, just dodging everything. Ow. What? Why is this guy screaming? Oh my god, oh my god. I'm poisoned. I'm poisoned. Okay, seriously. How come this dude is not doing anything? Give me bread. Thank you. Strong. Like, quite strong.
Insolent fool!
Okay. Oh my god, almost killed me. That's embarrassing. Oh, it is ugly. Absolutely atrocious. Okay, do you want to talk about your little freak out you just had? Hello? What? Why did he? Oh, there's drowners over there. I thought he was just shooting it. That is, oh my god. A crossbow in close combat is not going to do anything. Embarrassing. Okay, well, we're gonna let my, you know, let me charge up a bit so I don't just immediately die, even though it looks like it's just a drowner. Is there another one? Yeah, there's another one over there. How's that going for you, dude? I don't think it's working. Okay, let's go.
Stench.
Lost it. I kill one, another.
Where to now?
Oh.
Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla. How's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobalitz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Oh dear. I can't even imagine losing your voice as a singer. I've definitely heard of that where a lot of like metal screamers, if they don't scream properly, they'll absolutely destroy their voice. And I've known bands who have broken up or their screamer has left because their voice has been destroyed over years.
For example, or Reverend Nathaniel
pretty sad.
Pastori. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
A dwarven woodcarver. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Don't mind if I do. Okay. That's a human. It's like a witch hunter, so good riddance. That is a elf, I think. There's something over here.
That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
Ew. Okay. Well, there's another one here.
Dwarf.
Doesn't
but
look very
the
hurt.
hands, not a carpenter's. A banker's more likely.
Oh, of course it's going to be the one that's got a
Calluses
blanket
on the
draped
fingers,
over him.
Sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Puts asleep.
Excellent.
Oh, no.
I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a
What a
bit.
funny question.
Start the autopsy.
Where?
The head?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
I had not noticed. Let's take a look.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust.
Oh, they're not showing me. That's good.
It's very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds,
it's kinda
it
shiny.
appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
That's horrific. I didn't want to think about
Let's
that.
examine the mouth. Burns.
Oh, God.
Blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
Yeah, but why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
That's excellent. That's so great. What a poor, poor man this is.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
We may as well be
Let's
thorough.
examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out,
God.
wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Oh, there he goes. What are you looking at? Oh, those juices.
An egg from an amphibian.
Oh.
A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. I'm afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Okay. Oh, we're going in? Okay.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due
Dive on
warning,
in.
it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt...
Ew.
Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
And that's what happened to poor Priscilla.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies.
That was pretty
We
bad.
surgeons
That was funny though.
different sensibility.
I can appreciate the dark humor.
And a different sense of humor.
Oh, Geralt, don't be so uptight. Why are we checking the genitals?
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
Maybe they cut them off. I don't know. How do you know?
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
That was.
There could be a connection.
I'm sure Novigrad is rampant
potential
with
motivation.
syphilis. Okay, fine.
All right.
Well, I had to know.
I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Well, how can I trust to tell you? He seems alright, I like him, but... This was a ritual.
It's some kind of sick
The
ritual.
burning, the...
You saw it. Burns in the eye
Cauterizing.
sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm
Hey.
Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Yeah, you guys have some history, eh?
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles.
my God.
For example, that a doctor's role is to treat
Absolute
the ill,
stabbing
not
in the heart.
save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trobalitz was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made
This
it
guy
clear
looks
no
like an
one's to be
asshole.
allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes.
Whatever.
Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Look at that. The candle he has on his person. That's so weird, like walking around like that. I'd be worried I'd light myself on fire all the time. It looks so cool though. Yeah, tell me more about this dude.
Nathaniel.
Oh wait, no.
Who is he?
Nathaniel
A
is...
scoundrel. A rogue.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's
Like
the
every man
priest
who
or
wears the
whatever.
robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case
Fair.
as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer.
Oh,
Delighted
great.
especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Alright, I won't press you.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
little bit of a threat there. Just a hint of one.
Well, another freak.
Why did it not auto go? This one. Let's examine the places first. Yeah. And then we will go to the corpse collector. I think that makes the most sense. Whistling Wendy.
Hey, handsome.
You're right where I'm supposed to be.
brazier. This time of year?
There's always braziers all over the city, is there not?
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe.
How am I to know?
Weight on his heel.
Watch him, see what he does.
Took a step back.
Oh. Hello?
Come on! Together now! Kill the horse then!
No, don't kill me.
How long
Oh,
you gonna
no.
make me wait?
I think this is a misunderstanding. Oh. I don't think you guys actually want to hurt me. Well, you do,
That's
but...
it, you're in for it!
Come on. Oh my god. Oh,
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
kid.
Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost
I'm
did
on
her
your
in, the whole
side.
son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Man, she's pretty chill that I just knocked out all of her friends. She kind of got over that pretty fast.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You
No,
could do
that really
worse as work
sucks.
goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Well, that is very tragic.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Sure.
Oh, my head's ringing. What do you want?
Sorry.
Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Human. Priscilla's. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Concerned Citizen's Sermon. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light, not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane. Cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. Concerned Citizen. So that just confirmed our suspicions that this is someone doing it for the church. Shall we talk to her about that?
What is it?
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back, her assailant retreated, and knocked over the brazier.
Good job, Priscilla.
Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something, started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish the job, didn't cover his tracks. Just collected himself and leapt over the wall. Trail ends there.
Do you have moon boots?
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Take care now.
Okay, let's go.
And I got a murderer to catch.
I do. Let's go to, yeah, the wood carver. Oh. Man, that wood carver got it so bad. Oh, it's just right here.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you.
Man, he was right here.
Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
You say lest they bite me? Bite ye. Oh. Great.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft?
Let me see them.
Even I'm scared of them. But better back and dog than an evil man at your door.
Can't tell. I don't think so.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
And you are?
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
That's so sad. Oh, there's a pup.
What'll it be
Ooh,
now?
it is big.
Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here.
How casually he said that.
That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
Nay. 'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, 'tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag.
Oh my god.
Obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her, this dish rag?
City cemetery.
Geralt.
She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pawn said a fever took her.
What's a ponce?
Fine.
I thought that was an
We've
insult.
talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Are the dogs gonna attack me? Can I pet them? I cannot. I walked into one and it didn't care.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Oh.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Statues. Or a corpse.
I mean, those look like pretty big scratches. They're not gonna be a corpse. So, sorry, they made statues? That was their business? And they burned them because they're not suitable or something? Why can't I look at this? Let me... Hello? Let me... Look. It's not letting me. Ooh, there's another note. Remember, good people, that fire can be both a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames, fire can prepare our nourishment, fire can drive off the horrors of the dark. Yet fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. This is why we must live in harmony with eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lesson, whoever lives in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. Oof. That's not good. It's really annoying that this won't pop up. But I guess... Do I have to go in here? It's locked.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't know the details of the murder, because that's pretty brutal to hear. So I guess I didn't need to look at that. I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch or something. Can I immediately loot?
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
I do not need a broken rake, believe it or not. Oh.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Oh yeah, he hurt his foot, right? He kicked something heavy. Can I...
Aye.
Oh, I don't really want to tell him.
What happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured for a time.
I needn't know the details.
Yeah, no.
Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city.
I did not... Why did you have to say
We've
that?
talked enough.
Oh my god.
Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Jeez, Geralt. Could have chilled out a little bit. Okay. Let's go get the corpse, dude.
So, how'd it go with this healer?
I was faffing about.
It's everywhere. Let's drink for its nearly night.
Oh, there's another one. Remember, dear people, that a fire once lit cannot be stopped, that it consumes everything in its past and only ceases to rage once it has all been turned to ash. Men cannot flee this element, and if they bow before it, if they let it into their hearts, they too turn to ash. Search then your consciences and live in accordance with the Church's dictates, before the time for penance has passed. Ugh. I did not think I randomly saw that at the corner of my eye. This way. Wait. Is there something else around here? I got a little vibrate on my controller.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Life wound means bandits dropped them. Plain as that.
What happened here? Oh, bandits. Oh, okay.
Bloody bandits.
That's
Can't
him.
go out in the streets no more.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Oh, you seem lovely.
4th sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art. One of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One wench so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in my wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid.
Thank you,
What
Geralt.
happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
I don't want to know what that's...
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off,
Oh
mutant.
my god, the disrespect. Yeah.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded wing, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin.
Oh, God.
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Oh. This is... Oh, my... Wow, the power behind it.
What was that for?
That was great.
For
You
everything.
deserve that. He's all sprawled out. Okay, so these bodies have nothing to do with anything else. So let's...
Fine mess you made. Back there.
Oh, so it literally was just around the corner.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Oh, thank you, dear sir. No one ever says welcome to me. Feels nice. Hey.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Okay. Let's learn more first.
By the way, you and Von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision.
Well, I mean,
Joachim
equality is
had been
important.
my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
That's exactly what I was going to say, and then I stopped myself. Literally, Von Gratz is like gray.
How old's Von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
That sounds like absolute BS. Like, Geralt is old, but he is magical, so he looks younger. Same with like Triss and Yen, I think are like they're quite a bit older than they look. So what's going on with this dude? You a mage?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are.
Yeah,
He's
surprise,
cruel and
surprise.
capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because
Oh
I
my
had forgotten to
God.
lock the storeroom.
That's
Hard to be fond of
psychopath
someone like
behavior.
that, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Uh-oh. Run! Oh. Okay, just...
Till
Time
next
to go.
time, Master.
She has so many guards, though. You'd think that she'd be safe.
Now polish your turd.
Guys, we gotta get in. Oh. I don't think I'm allowed to do this.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, we'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills. Tortures his
dear.
victims, cuts out their
Too much information.
So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious.
When's the last time you've seen her?
Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on the way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Uh-oh, this is a super bad sign.
Hear that? Calm and quiet.
Oh no.
All seems to be in order.
Ingrid, go away.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please.
Oh, no.
Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Where am I? Oh, it like freaking put me somewhere else. What? Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh my god.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Oh, did someone grab him? Oh no, he just killed that man.
There he is! Get him!
No! No, you dummies! Where is he? Shit. I think I have to kill these freaking guards first.
I'll break your bones!
It's not me, you dinguses.
Pathetic.
Okay, how do I... Can I... No. I don't think I can get away with...
Die, mutant!
Come on. This is such a waste of time. Oh.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen,
Oh my
you
God.
got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
I don't think I could have chased him. Oh my god, why do I look so
We
disgusting?
got him, Lady Ingrid. It wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my
Oh
way.
god, Geralt, you need to wash your face.
Out of my sight, at once.
How is she even standing?
Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Very sad.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught.
Why did you have to show me?
Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name, but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Are you sure? Alright, let's read the, Did we read this? They're all like so similar. Remember, good people, that the fire devours everything in its past, sparing no one and stopping for nothing. The fire burns all sinners alike, be they paupers or princes, men or non-humans, weak or powerful. Whoever breaks its commandments, whoever does not heed the church's counsel, whoever worships false gods, the same shall be turned to ash in its flame. Live then in the truth of the eternal fire. Listen to its holy men, for they are your shepherd. Poor Patricia. Poor Ingrid. Do I talk to her? There's nothing to say. I was too late. These freaking numbnuts. I mean, I don't blame them, but it still sucks. It's not exactly easy to try to convince a whole bunch of people that in a very short succession that you're not the one that just murdered the heiress. Okay. It's time to go. Crippled Kate's. I don't even know what that is. A bar or something? In here.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Yeah.
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
No, well, I gotta.
Any needs, Master?
This is a brothel. That makes more sense.
This life. Sometimes it's a handful.
In here?
You were vulgar.
Oh, it's up even more. Oh god. I'm trying to go fast so I don't see any boobs. Oh.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You though?
Surprise,
Whole town will
surprise.
hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims, I know how they end. You don't stop, not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to Crippled Kate's. To Sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
You still deserve to die.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Yeah, no. Damn.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
As if I would prefer to kill him then. Anyway. Not even give you a chance to friggin' fight back. Oh, he keeps fighting back. Good. You okay, Nettie?
I'm free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you.
Okay. Full on shot.
He asked if I did everything and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me. So hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this, though. Likely. Just had a poker on him. Wait, this way? How do I get out of here? This is the door. I don't know where I'm going, I'm lost. This place is huge. Okay.
What's the hurry, my prince?
Now everyone's scared of me. You guys are fine.
Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
Am I gonna get in trouble with the guy that owns this place?
What style? We can go at it here, or at my place. You choose.
Okay, we gotta stop this man. Oh crap.
Hey,
How do I get in?
Why'd your hair?
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel.
Hey, there's literally just a random
Although
person over there.
You've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
Who, what are you?
A vampire? Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat.
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would
Exactly.
kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Exactly.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Like, the Eternal Fire would hate him. Literally, they would hate him.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless.
Oops.
I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say.
Can you turn around?
Give a
I know this is
thought to
dramatic.
my
Oh.
victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trobalitz for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule.
I feel like
They did not
Priscilla's
deserve to
doesn't make any sense.
But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
Well, yeah.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Cool. And he's invisible. Freaking ugly as heck. Do you burn? Oh, he's stuck. That didn't do much. Oh, okay. Scheiße. Oh my god, he's so strong.
You're ugly.
Oh no. Oh god, oh god. Oh my god. Stop chasing me. Get away from me. Oh god. It's gonna kill me. Let me freaking, god damn it. Jeez. That was a struggle. Whew. Well, sucks to be him. I wonder how old he was. Last letter. Oh, I got assassin's armor. Or at least the diagram. Are you gonna show me the thingy? No? There we go. I'm not gonna read that. It's over. Good enough. Oh. 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 Okay, back to Dandelion and we'll check in with Priscilla. What the heck is this?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Oh.
White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Ugh.
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating.
Oh.
It'll just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers?
Oh.
The man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
Right, okay. That's okay. Sorry you got humiliated, dude. Guys, get out of the way, please. Okay. Alright, business as usual. Sorry, guys. Is this him?
Good folk! Mages have set the hunter's house aflame. They seek to burn the city down.
Well, that was a little bit of excitement, wasn't it? I don't know why anybody would go against a Witcher. Like, you're just asking for trouble. Like, do you not- you know their reputations. They're literally- he's called the Butcher of Blaviken. Upstairs, I believe? One more? No, in here. Nope. Nope. Oh, here. I can't look at the map.
How's
better, right?
Yes.
Ooh. And her voice isn't even all, like, scratchy or anything.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and
Are we
Priscilla.
gonna tell this dude?
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great.
Aww.
Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Can I talk to this dude and be like, hey?
Yes, Geralt?
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
I thought he was gonna be more like, I don't know, more like, whoa.
Farewell.
Or either super shocked, or like, you know, I suspected he was some sort of magical being. You know, something like that. But I guess not. Okay, that was so long. That was such a long quest. But it was so good. I'm gonna stop here. I think we are gonna head to Skellige next time. I believe we are right on schedule to do that. I'm level 17, it's a level 16. Oh crap, we gotta meet Dijkstra. Oh crap, okay, we're gonna have to do that first. And then we'll go to Skellige. So we're gonna be a little bit late to Skellige, but that's okay. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching. You could have clicked on any video, but you clicked on mine, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.